Evening, guys. Welcome to the Hangout in the Crib for the Abyss raid. As you can see, we've got Chris, Larry, the BP Prof, and myself for tonight. We're going to be talking all about the raid and the new Goresaber and some bits and pieces to do with that. So, without further ado, we'll pass you over to Larry, the man with the slides.
All right. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Abyss raid. But first, there was one change in this week's maintenance. They said to properly reduce the build time of equipping armor or tack installations. I don't know if this was a 100% thing or just an occasional thing, but I just used one yesterday on armor and it worked. So if there was a problem, I guess they fixed it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it happen to me, so I don't know. Happened to you, Chris?
No, I haven't seen it yet either.
All right. Well, hopefully we won't see it again. Okay, so the Abyss raid. Structure's pretty much the same. You've got the same campaigns. You've got world map targets. You've got the sector influence bar. You've got the Nexus targets. You have the 4-day raid. And again, that sector bar is going to give you the unlockable prizes. So that's all pretty much the same. I got links to the stuff on Kixeye. Even the tips that tips and tricks thread that Kixeye published basically just gave a link back to last month, so I don't expect too many changes.
Fair enough. I don't think there's a lot that's changed really, is there? So.
Yeah. Sector influence bar. Kixeye recycled this picture, so did I. The point multipliers look like they might be a little bit tweaked from last time. I think there was just a 10% bonus at some point. Now you get a 5% bonus at 70% and a 15% bonus at 90%. And that's just on target points moving forward. It's not on campaign completion bonuses. So are we sick of the sector bar yet, or do we like it?
It's alright, don't get me wrong, it makes everybody sort of work a bit. It causes a lot of arguments, I tend to find. Starts getting people a bit sort of irate and concentrating what other people are doing rather than what they're doing.
Yeah.
I tend to find.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say it kind of depends on the sector you're in. I've heard people complain like that there's people just hanging around waiting for certain people to open the sector store and stuff like that, not really helping. I kind of tend to stay in a quiet sector, which is my alliance, and it works out really well that way for us because I mean we don't need a crazy amount of points, and we do all work together. So, like I said, I guess it just depends on what sector you're in, whether it's a good thing or not.
Yeah. Last sector ours was pretty high, but we my alliance moved to a new sector, and we're basically about it that's there. I mean, last time we had like 3 decent-sized alliances all in one sector. It was a really high total, so we'll see if it's better this time. Maybe something that's going to help a little bit is that the 61s and 65 are going to pay out uranium when you take them out, so people have a little more incentive to hit those. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I found in terms of points per damage, I did better from the campaigns than the 61s and 65s. So I mean, it's not a lot of uranium, right? I mean, if you hit 100 targets, you get 60K or something, but
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the 61s are quite easy with Mastodon Fleet. You're getting them down for not a lot of damage at all, really.
yeah. Yeah, I think I had those like at coin and a half when I was doing those. They're not too bad. I was two hitting them.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely. I mean, I was definitely be able to hit like multiples of 61s and 65s for fleet, but just like you said, Larry, man, points per damage. I was definitely doing better doing the campaigns.
Yeah.
The only good thing is obviously, it's a cheaper way of doing the sector points. If you can't really contribute doing the Hellstars and stuff like that, you can do the 61s fairly easily if you want to band together and get the store open.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I did post that over here on the right side is the sector points from each target. I mean, the 20s are kind of almost nothing, and the 40s are somewhere at least, so people can do 40s and contribute. All right, so that's sector influence. Hellstar Nexus is, I think, pretty much the same. Kixeye was a little clearer this time. It's 50,000 or 500,000 event points. So 375 is from hitting stuff, and then 125 is like a bonus. So I guess the multiplier is only going to affect that 375. But seemed like pretty much Frosty Crusader was the thing to use against these last time.
Yeah, or Frosty with Dreads or SEX, something like that. V2, 82s with Bullseye Brigade would be pretty good.
Yeah, my Warbird fleet actually did pretty good, but it's flagged with a Frosty, so I added the Aegeus to it now. I've got it weighted to where I can put 3 Crusaders or my 3 Warbirds with my Frosty Aegeus, so I'm looking forward to seeing how what kind of a difference the Aegeus makes.
Yeah, it'll probably help actually. I did not participate in that tournament, but yeah, you just probably work pretty
You're
well.
kicking yourself now, aren't you, Larry?
I didn't think I had a fleet for it, and I had a lot going on that weekend, so.
I actually got my personal best record on dredges with that Crusader fleet after I added the Aegeus. I used to be able to get 4 dredges with it, just with no crew, anything like that, and now I got 6 with it, adding the Aegeus. So
Nice.
Yeah, it certainly makes a lot of difference. I mean, I know that someone in my alliance has got Grim Berserker, 2 Crusaders, and then Aegeus, and it's just an insane fleet with the stacks on the defences, just crazy.
All right, moving on from the Nexus. Reaver Assault Platform. So, couple changes to the assault platforms. No retreat. I think you could retreat before, right? Guys?
I don't know, I can't remember actually.
Yeah. People tended to die, not retreat.
yeah, I never really retreat on stuff, so I never use that option anyway, so I didn't even think to try it.
All right. Well,
All or nothing.
Kixeye made a big deal over it, so can't retreat from the assault platform. No event points from the platform. You get uranium and you get resources, and then you get a chance to win either a Hellstar or a Proto-Nemesis. So that's changed from last time. Last time they were only dropping Hellstars. So
Yeah,
I don't know if people would
how. You're gonna be gutted if you go, yes, I got a blueprint. God damn it, I've got a bloody Proto now instead of a Hellstar.
Yeah.
I think I had a nightmare. Sorry, my mute button's messing up. No, I think I had a nightmare like that the other night. I woke up in a cold sweat. My Hellstar turned into a Proto-Nemesis, and I was like, oh my god! And I just woke up.
Yeah.
You're going to be gutted if you get the Proto, I think, to be honest, when you could have had a Hellstar. But, it's something.
It's big and it's black. That's
what
she said. Yeah, and I think the other good change is that they respawn unbubbled. Kixeye was kind of unclear on this one, whether they... So I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. So when you beat one, whether it bubbles or it vanishes, it's going to come back the next day at 9 Pacific. That's noon East Coast or 5 p.m. in the UK. So people that, or I should say sectors that beat their sector bar early are going to get more chances at the assault platform. So I think that's a good thing. It's kind of what I was asking for.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I've said it before in like another show or whatever, but I raided with Earth one time, and as soon as we got the sector store, the platforms open, I hit one with everybody and said, "Okay, I got to go to a family dinner," and came back an hour later, and they were just gone. So the fact that they respawn, it helps a lot, because a lot of people will just, like, when they come out, just go back to back to back to back and hit them, which I probably would too if I had the time, but it really helps the fairness out a little bit, helps the balance, which they always preach about.
It definitely does, because I mean, if you went on when they opened up, I mean, especially in the first raid, I mean, the sector that we were in, we only had like 7, was it, Chris? I think. Yeah.
I think that's what you were saying, yeah.
So, once those 7 were gone, it's like if you weren't on, then that was it. And like everybody was gutted because they racked up, 120,000 sector points and went on at the time that they were open. So, it's good that they're going to respawn. And am I right in saying that they've changed the design as well?
I saw that. Their pictures looked recycled, but then I think in the video the design looked a little different.
Yeah, it was different.
There is a picture floating around that I have seen. I saw the picture before the video came out, but yeah, it is different. It's like a wide V angle kind of thing this time.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's nice for them to change it up as well. So, but it just does beg the question as to whether or not these are going to be the new drag bases in the future. Whether they're going to have like a couple of different designs and then put them out on the world map for you to get uranium with. That'd be quite cool.
I think it's going to be like whenever that new faction comes out that they were talking about, is when they'll switch their Drake bases over to like a Reaver base, or add a Reaver base and leave the Drake bases, something like that. But I think it'll be after we get, the new faction that we've heard a little bit about.
Yeah, I mean, some players I'm sure would complain about the difficulty, but I do remember when Drac bases first came out, and when they first came out, they really were a 4-person target. You didn't have fleets that could solo Drac bases when they first showed up. You had 4 guys with MCX fleets working together. Now you just go right through.
Yeah, definitely. Back in the day, it was a bit harder. It's same with everything, progression. One thing I will mention though, whilst we're talking about the Reaver platforms, if you're going to go and hit one, stick on an irradiated cutthroat screw if you after a bunch of uranium, because last time I was smashing a lot of damage on them, and I was running an irradiated cutthroat screw because it obviously gives you the rad defense, but it doubles your uranium as well. So I was getting uranium payouts of like 90k. So it's a good way to stock up on your uranium.
That's a good tip. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was really happy to see what kind of uranium those were paying out last time. If I'm not mistaken, it was a lot higher than the month before, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, last time we were calling in loads of it. I mean, I dumped so much uranium hitting them. But for the first one, because obviously you're getting that rad defense with the crew, and then you're gaining so much in uranium. It's a really good way of doing it. Even if you're only going to limit yourself to hitting like 1, maybe 2, it's a really good way of getting your uranium. So I'll just go for it.
Well, I was saying before the show, my Crusaders are finally going to be done tonight, so maybe I'll give them these a shot this time.
Stock up time.
Just in time, Larry.
That was not a coincidence.
Somebody's been coining.
Maybe a little.
Okay, so we move on.
Oh, got a little excited there with the mouse. All right, so here's the Goresaber blueprint. Oh wait, actually I skipped one more, didn't I? Hellstar. I don't know. Do we want to look at the Hellstar?
Oh, we could go for it quickly, can't we? I suppose.
I mean, this is the same slide as last time. It's badass.
Yeah. Spadass is king of the arena. It's going to cost a lot to rank in either butt time or coins.
Costs a lot to repair.
Yeah. Rich man's story.
Oh, I want one so bad.
I want one just to park outside my base on guard, just for that. See how long it takes to die.
Yeah. All right, moving on. All right, so here's the Goresaber. I mean, the print's been floating around for a while, but we haven't had a chance to go through it. So, you know, in case you have been hiding under a rock and haven't seen this before, it's a rocket-enhanced hull. It has a longer range bonus than any other rocket hull. It's 25%. It's got very high defenses. It enhances fire fields that are created by the by rockets fired from this ship. It has a very high reload and a high splash bonus, 75% splash bonus. And then it's got a 100% repair modifier. So that's really good because most Reaver hulls are 150. So yeah. And you get all that for the same build time for the hull as a Hellstrike. For those of you who like the charts, I did a side-by-side chart with the Hellstrike R10, the Mako, because you know some people ask if they should build Makos, and I tell them no, but here's why. The thing about the Goresaber is it does have a 0% evade, where a Hellstrike R10 you're going to get 30%. I know Urf and I have both been playing around with some builds, and we both pretty much agreed that with the armor abilities, you can get your evade up pretty high, and so that 0 evade to start with really isn't as bad as it seems.
No, I mean, it's, to be honest, you know, with the armor abilities on there and that extra arm slot, you can get it up to pretty much the same as what Hellstrike is anyway.
Yeah.
And with the extra stats that are on there, it's a no-brainer over a Hellstrike, to be honest.
Yeah. It's just got really good defense.
I mean, that armor abilities of, what's it, 39 and 40%. You know, that's going to make a massive difference to when you get it out. Especially if you're using like plate armors and stuff like that as well.
Huh, plate armors. It's a good idea, Urf.
Little tip there.
Yeah. All right. So then moving on to the Dragonfire. These are rockets that also have a long range. So their starting range is 68. Inferno's must be what, 62, I think.
Is it? I think that's 68 as well, aren't they?
No. Sorry, I did the math here with the range bonus from the Goresaber. So with the 25% range bonus you get from the hull, you get 85 range with these Dragonfires, and so that's just tremendous. You know, that's mortar territory, not rocket.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's going to be insane, really. I mean, and looking at the splash that you can get off of these things as well, it's just crazy.
Right. You got a huge splash. That's 20, and then if you put it on again, you put it on a Goresaber, you get 75% right there. And then if you use incendiaries, or if you use high explosive shells, you're talking about a splash range of over 40.
which
So that's
is
just crazy.
just crazy. It's just mad.
Yeah. And then only 1 day, 2 hours to build these, which is less than half of what an Inferno takes to build.
Yeah, so I mean, even if you're not going to go for the hull and you've got the Hellstrike at R10, it's a no-brainer switch out for the Inferno rockets.
Yeah, that's right. They're a little bit lighter. They have the same defenses.
Like double the damage.
Yeah, more than
More
double.
than that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. These things are going to be really powerful. You know, people always say, get the weapon, get the weapon. And people that passed up the Arbalest, I think, are really kicking themselves. And, there's been some other elite weapons that have come out recently. I mean, even the Siege Z isn't recent, but people without that were really regretting it for a long time. So, yeah, don't pass these Dragonfires up.
Just as we were saying, the Inferno rockets on range of 0 to 59.
Okay.
So it's like an extra 9 range, which is quite a lot. They're like 25% as well.
Yep. All right. Oh, and then I updated this. Well, I kind of updated this bubble chart. So this one shows you. This is on a Hellstrike, so the range is scaled a little different. And because the reload, it's a little different. And I think I did these charts at 45% rank bonus. But you can see the Dragonfire is way out here. So a lot more DPS per weight, a lot more range. You can see Infernos are in here. Assaults and Maelstroms are in here. Siege rockets over here. So again, if you're not familiar with these, the height, the y-axis here is damage per weight. So again, efficiency, and then range, and then the bubble size has to do with the build time per weight. So you can see it's a good deal on build time, pretty similar to like some of your high-end Maelstroms or even your Siege rockets, and a lot better than Infernos.
I mean, really, bang for buck, these rockets are by far the best rockets, really.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no doubt about it. Bang for buck, definitely worth it. Another good thing about it as well, which I think we should go into, is that with these rockets, because they've got such a quick reload time to start with, and the base reload on the hull, if you do equip them to the Goresaber, you max out on your fire rate at 33%. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, that's right. And that is a good thing to bring up. And I think 33% is just about the right number where they're going to max out. So yeah, Infernos max out I think at 37, but these or no, I'm sorry, on the Hellstrike with a slightly lower built-in reload, they would max out at 37. But I think on the Goresaber it'll be 33.
Yeah, I think it is 33. I think 33 works out, if my mental maths is right, about 1.9 seconds, which probably max it out to. It's 0.2 seconds, isn't it? So
that's right.
Just another thing, so don't go all mad, coin the hull and coin legendary rank on it, because there's no point whatsoever.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you have countermeasures or some other rockets mixed in there, then it'll help a little. But yeah, just between the hull rank and the built-in reload, you're gonna max it out. So you also don't need cluster warheads.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well. Cluster warheads, massive waste of weight with these rockets and the cell, so do not put cluster warheads on them.
Yep. All right. Next, we're going to talk about the token store. Token store.
Yay!
Right.
No. Well, yeah, we'll get to that.
So I kind of have mixed feelings about these. I think, first of all, the original briefing said that you can buy as many as you want. the limit was the limit you could hold. So if you kept spending them, you could keep buying them. That is not the case. So those limits that you see are the limit that you can buy during the raid. So that works out to 7 days of speed up total if you get the limit of each of the token types, and it's a shade under 18.5 million points for those 7 days. If you don't buy the whole thing, the larger tokens are your best value, a little cheaper per time. So keep that in mind if you're not going to get the full 7 days worth of tokens. Try and save up for the bigger tokens.
Yeah, definitely a good plan.
And then the other thing, and I always keep track of kind of how much gold I'm spending to get the points I'm getting, or to do campaigns or whatever. And if you're looking at tokens, it's actually really important, because if you're spending more gold than these tokens are worth, then you're just wasting time and money, and you don't want to do that. So if you can do an elite campaign or a siege campaign for 10 or 20 gold worth of repair, you can buy like 1.5 24-hour tokens. So that's a pretty good deal. But if you're spending a lot of gold to do those campaigns, then buying tokens is just
It's just not. Well, I've got a little bit of a point to make on this, right? When there was a poll the other day on the forum, where Dean Rooster said, this is actually quite a helpful poll to find out what people would be willing to pay for the tokens and stuff like that. We will listen to you. Well, number one, they didn't really listen. Let's be perfectly honest about that. Two, what's really pissed me off, to be perfectly honest, is the people that need these tokens, and the ones that are going to get the best use out of them are the lower levels and the mid-level players. And, alright, they've put in tokens up to the value of like 7 days worth, right? Well, it's going to cost them more than that in order to get them, because, the people that really need them haven't really got the fleets in order to do the Reaver style campaigns and stuff. So, it's just really sort of pissed me off that they've sort of effectively priced them out of the market for it, and they're the ones that really sort of gained the most benefit out of them in the first place.
Yeah, Irf, I didn't think of it that way before, and I gotta say that when you put it like that, I really do agree with you that, especially since you're limited in how many you can buy. If you're limited to 1 week, right? It's not like a whale coiner is gonna just, buy a year's worth, sit at the rate all weekend and get a year's worth of tokens, right? And just build every hull in the book. Can't do that. So if the limit is 7 days of speed up, then I think they could have priced these a lot more cheaply and let a lot more players have access to them. I mean,
I think, to be honest, it would have been a good way for Kickside to show basically that they do care about the players, and they do care about the little player, because every opportunity they get, they seem to just stick the little player, and it's just like, it just annoys me, because at the end of the day, it's the future of their game, and it's the future of their paychecks. So they've got to start thinking about the longevity of it and keeping players in that sort of bracket, because a lot of players get fed up with it and go, well, I'm never going to get ahead, and then they quit.
yep.
So think about where your paychecks come from. If you haven't got no players, you ain't got no pay. So I think it's something you've got to sort of think about, really, when you're pricing stuff like this. Give a little, and you gain a lot,
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I mean, 18 million points is a lot of points to a lot of the player population. They're not going to be able to get that, even if it is for 7 days of speed up.
Well, yeah, and it's no good if it costs them 8 days of repair, does it? So,
yeah,
you know what I mean. I think it's an unrealistic amount of points for what they're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, really, I'm thinking that unless you're just spending extra points that you've gotten and haven't spent somewhere else, you're gonna spend coins to get the points, or you can spend your coins for the speed up. So you're just spending either way, unless you're, like I said, just getting rid of extra excess points that you haven't used.
Well, I mean, like I said, if you can do these campaigns for 10, 15 coins, you're getting maybe like a 4-to-1, 5-to-1 return, and that's great for players who have at least one, like me, top end fleet, or multiple top end fleets like you guys. Great, good for us, but yeah, I mean, for the player that can't get the top hull and the top prize in a raid, I mean, that's what this costs, right? Top hull and top prize are usually around 18 mil.
Yeah,
Players
exactly.
Players that couldn't get that stuff before aren't going to be able to magically get 18 million points in this raid.
Well, exactly. Well, it is, isn't it? Because it's what 12.5 million for the hull and 5.5 for the. Is it 6.5 for the rockets?
It's in the neighborhood.
So it's pretty much the same as getting the hull and the rockets. So you know what I mean? It's stupid pricing, personally.
And you don't want to miss those rockets.
No.
Just say it again. Don't miss those rockets. You will
Don't
be sad.
miss the rockets.
Oh, those are a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be good for a lot of different things. So not only base hitting, but base defense as well, with range on them.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
All right. We ready to move on from the tokens?
Yeah. Have you got anything you want to say, Chris?
Just not.
No.
All right.
I echo. I have to stay muted.
All right.
That's right. We put you in the mute corner because your computer is misbehaving tonight. Whatever device you're using. Okay, so I picked out some of the other notable prizes. You are limited to 2 per tier. On tier 1 was the armors, the D1 armors, and the battle cruiser. Obviously, if you already have this stuff, then you already have this stuff. But if you don't have it, these are kind of your stuff that you really want. Strike Missile B, it was 70k last time, it's 70k this time. If you, for some reason, missed it, get it. D2E is from a campaign, but if that campaign's too hard for you, get it. D3E also was available last month, but again, if you didn't get it last month for some reason, get it. There weren't quite as many good options on tier 3. The Vindicator is there if you can't get any better ballistic hulls.
Vindy's still good hull. I like the Vindy.
Yeah, it's decent. If you're building special countermeasure hull, it's really good. And if you don't have access, well, see, here's the thing about the Vindicator is, I mean, the SCX is on tier 1 of Ashes to Ashes, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Or Snowfall.
There's a Snowfall, I think.
Snowfall, yeah. So, I mean, I think I'd rather have the SCX than a Vindicator, right?
Agreed, yeah. It's got that extra 10% range in it, so...
Yeah.
That it gives you that magic number of 95, so...
Yeah. So
The accuracy buff on the Vindicator's always been pretty cool, though.
Right. Makes it great for countermeasures. And other ballistics, I guess, not Arbalest, because those aren't really so much on accuracy, but yeah, the other ballistics, it helps a lot too.
Agreed.
Yeah, so let's see. Tier 4, the Siege Missile Z is back again. That's still a great missile. The UAV power cells and incendiaries are gone. So if you wanted those, hopefully you got those last month. Nighthawk and Mastodon hulls are both available. I think those are still decent hulls worth building.
Definitely. The only thing I will say is if you can get the Snowfall campaign done, get the Proto Mastodon over the normal Mastodon. Because of
Yeah,
that, cryo missiles makes a lot more, gives you a lot
yeah,
more bang for your buck, should we say. That's a word for today, and little phrase for today.
bang for your buck.
Yeah.
That's right. Too bad we don't have a drinking word, because I got bourbon.
Yeah. One thing I will also say, for Tier 4, if you haven't got it, Explosive Plate 3 is in there. It doesn't come around very often, and it's probably going to come in quite useful in the near future.
Yep. Oh, uh-oh. Wait. All right, well, I
Screwed it up.
I did. I was going to just put it right on the slide, but then I realized that I ruined my little surprise, so oh well. All right, so anyway, yeah, I agree. We were talking about that one before the show as well. Explosive Plate 3 is probably going to be a little more popular with these rockets flying around.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the sector store is, I think, better than last month. Last month, I didn't think there was that much that was that attractive in there. But this month, you got the crowd depth charge, which was not available outside of the top prize in a Forsaken tournament. So,
Get it.
That is an evil weapon right there. I can't wait to load some stuff up with those.
Yeah. It's a long build, but yeah, I think people that have built it really enjoy it.
Did I say get it?
Yeah, I got smoked by it, and I was like, holy crap, what was that?
Yeah. I'll just reiterate it once again. Get it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget to get that cryo depth charge.
Okay. The Monarch Hall is back too. That one's a limited prize that was in the arena tournament as well. Now the thing about the Monarch is it's got a 70% weight reduction for TAC modules and drone modules. And next month there is a new drone module coming out, the Firebat, which probably will be like the little Reaver thrower drones we've been seeing in raids for a while. So if you don't have any Monarchs and you think you might want to build some drones, you might want to go after the Monarch. It's a little pricey. It's 12.5 mil.
Yeah. Not only that though, I mean stuff like for in your base, if you're using a sub-cav
Yeah.
in your base, it's going to be a lot less weight if you put it on a Monarch.
Yeah.
And with you being able to add UAVs and stuff to it as well, and it being quite versatile, you can use it as a defense ship as well, rather than just literally like an arbiter with a sub-cav on. So it's got dual use.
Yeah, the Monarch has a lot of uses. I mean, it has UAV slots, it has underwater slots, it has the TAC slot. It does a lot. I mean, I don't see them too often, but I might build one and prep for these new drones. I like using drones as distractors.
The one thing that I don't like about the Monarch, though, is even though it has 8 weapon slots, you can only use 4 of them for UAVs.
Yeah, but I mean it's by the hill.
Should give us at least 6, like the Warbird or whatever. Should give us, because the Warbird is there's 2 slots that you can use torpedoes in, and then there's 6 multifunction slots. I think it would have worked a lot better like that personally, but.
Oh, and if you like having just massive holes as well out on the map, then the Monarch is for you.
Oh yeah, she is a big beast on the map, very big.
I did not know that. Okay, also the Phantom is back. So if you want to spend 35 million on a Phantom to make other players sad, you can do that.
Yay! Everybody can have 2 invisible subs now. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, because one just wasn't enough for invisible subs.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then the Locust is available. It used to be a Tier 4 mission prize. It is, I think, as people use it more and more, I think people are coming to the agreement that it's by far the best UAV out there. So, yep, that's worth getting.
Yeah, definitely worth getting.
And then you can buy a snazzy Nighthawk model, and it's all red and cyan and stuff.
But as we know, Kickstarter doesn't like models.
Kixeye doesn't like models, but we like models. So when we talk about models, we've got
Especially
models.
this model. We've come to agreement this is our best model to date.
Yeah, that is quite the fiery model there. I'm pretty impressed there.
All right.
And we're not talking about the model for the chef either.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
I
paint
left
job.
them. I left them side by side here, so you could compare one model to another and decide
I
which
prefer
model.
the one on the right. Let's be
One on
honest.
the right. Good.
You should have made her ride the Nighthawk instead of the bike. That would have been funny.
Yeah. There's your creativity. Come on, sort it out.
I'm no double mint, you know. So here
Wow.
we can.
Yeah.
Here,
We'll have to get double to do it next time then.
Yeah, we can just kind of go like, you know. There we go. There's my skills.
Well,
Wait.
oh no.
Oh, she's
There you go.
back. Okay. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
good. I
There's
like
my
it.
skills.
Good, love it.
All right.
So I think that's it for slides then, isn't it?
That is it for slides.
Okie
I
dokie.
can see my face again, and I'm gonna pour some more bourbon.
Why not? Seems rude not to. So basically what we'll ask is, has anybody in chat got anything that they wish to talk about? And has anybody here on the panel got anything they wish to talk about?
Sorry, just catching up with chat a little bit. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice comment,
Interesting
G-Force.
comment.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
Yes, let's just say it's yeah. I'll repeat it, but I'll change it a little bit. Make the Hawk her private toy. Come on. Yeah. Don't think that that's gonna happen. To be honest.
Not gonna happen.
Right. And lips, as usual, lips of an angel. Get it to go between her legs. Yeah. No.
Sorry, you guys are gonna have to do that stuff on your own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? Have you got anything you wish to bring up today?
I don't know. There's an alliance out there that I've been messing with, and wow, I have never ran across a bigger group of liars in the game. One guy tried to tell me in public comms that I asked him to pull his guard to let me hit his base. I offered him 1,000 coins to post it, and he jumped. So MD's Alliance, keep on lying, guys. Rock it out.
Fair enough. Larry, is there anything you wish to contribute or to talk about?
No, I'm just getting a nice Kentucky hug from the bourbon, so yeah.
I've got a question from Trio Gaming. Thoughts on the Hellblazer with the new rocket and throwers? What would be your thoughts on that?
I tried to get a good Hellblazer build with what we have, and yeah, for fleet versus fleet, it's okay, but that's kind of really all you can do with it, with the weight issue that it has, because you can't really fill up your dock weight with 4, so that leaves them kind of vulnerable. So I think with the new rocket on them, it's actually going to be a pretty decent hull. I think that's going to be the only thing to save the Hellblazer, really.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a look at it over the weekend, because I'm going to post a couple of builds up for the Goresaber on the BPC page in our ship build album. So I'll probably have a look at doing a couple of Hellblazer fleets up as well. Try and incorporate the new rocket and some bits and pieces. So yeah, I'll have a look at it over the weekend and see what I can come up with, and I'll post it to the BPC page. But yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Because it's got some crazy stats on the Hellblazer in it, so and speed-wise, it's pretty quick.
Right, you don't get the range bonus, but you've got speed to make up for it.
Yeah. So
oh no,
I
here's
was going to say, Darren here is saying thoughts on the Hellblazer with cryo depth charges for fleet versus fleet. I mean, the cryo depth charges are pretty much going to be good on everything because they just rock. But but yeah, I mean, it's a good fast ship if you can up the speed a little bit with throw just a couple of those blaze throwers on it and just up the speed a touch, to get to outrun most fleets, and then throw some cryo depth charges on it. I think it'll work pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got high rank on those cryo depth charges, I mean, they fire insanely fast, and they do a hell of a lot of damage. So you don't even need to fill up on them. So you could put sort of like 3 and 3 across 4 ships, and that would make a right mess really. The only thing I will say is you're probably better putting them on something like a V2H with like thermal on it. It just gives you a bit more sort of should we say versatility, because you can have some thermal.
One of the best parts of the Hellblazer is the speed. So I mean, to do stuff to kill its main advantage is a little counterproductive. So as long as you keep it fast, I mean, you don't need a whole lot of cryo depth charge to make some damage. So as long as you keep it fast enough to use it to its full advantage, and then put some cryo on it to do some killing, it's going to work out pretty well for you, I think.
Well, you put it this way. In my base, I've got 4 cryo depth charges on Grimshine's Wrath, and it basically wiped out level 56 Hellhound fleet in about 7 seconds yesterday. So
nice.
And that's just before them. So
mine just has the regular depth charges on it, the Poseidons or whatever, and it works very well.
yeah, I mean the cryos are just nuts, because when the ship blows up, it gives off that cryo field and makes an awful lot of mess. So they're definitely a good toy to have, but the build time is insane on them.
So Grumpy Commander in chat just said that the price of the 24-hour token has gone up to 2.75 million.
They've put it up.
Just after we finished complaining that it's too damn expensive.
And that's a big jump too.
Well, yeah, a little bit. So yeah, and I just checked it on the forums, and yeah, it's confirmed. And so I just
Well, it's confirmed that they've raised the price, yeah.
Yep. And I'll just share my screen for a second here.
That's just crazy.
Here, so it's still a better value than the shorter tokens, but not by much. I don't know. Can everybody see that? All right.
Yeah.
Where I'm pointing.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's just well.
Yep. And here you go. Here's the addendum. So, bad kicks eye.
I haven't got any words really. I'm not going to say anything, because otherwise I'm just going to go crazy, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So now it is just under 19.5 million instead of 18.5 million to get a full load of tokens.
Which is
Well, the people who want the tokens most can't afford to get them, Kickside. Stupid. That's just, crap like that just pisses me off. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't understand why they'd raise that price.
I mean, especially when considering most of the people on the forum have already been saying that it's too high in the first place.
Yeah.
Maybe we should all say, oh, no, just put it up to 10 million. Maybe they're not put it down to 5k then.
Yeah, we need to start using reverse psychology. Like, man, we are just not spending enough money. Come on, help us out here. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
We wish.
Maybe
you
the
know,
reverse psychology thing will work.
the people who can get the tokens are only going to spend a couple more coins to get another 1,000,000 points. But the people who can't get the tokens are just even more pissed off now. That's just dumb. It's really dumb.
Well, it's like I said, earlier on in the show. People that are more, that really need the tokens, you've just priced out the market. And then to put the price up even more, it's just crazy. It's beyond belief, really. I mean, you've got to think about your mid-level players, otherwise you're not going to end up with high-level players spending a bunch of coins to fight it out, because there just won't be any.
Yeah.
And it always seems to be that, I mean, we all get royally shafted on a regular basis, but they get shafted tenfold compared to what we do, and it's not on.
Yeah. I got that baby base, right? And it just hit level 60. And, I mean, I'm not going to spend any money on that base since I have another base to spend money on when I do spend. And so now I hit level 60, and I've got a Mercury fleet, and I got a okay carrier fleet, and it's like, now what am I going to do? I have a couple more fleets I could build that I want to build. I could build like an SCX fleet and a V2C, but it's going to be like 3 months for one of those, and
The trouble
know,
is that unless you drop a bunch of coin, you're never gonna really catch up with it, are you? I mean,
right.
You need to at least sort of do a couple of months of building the new fleet as soon as it comes out, in order to at least stand half a chance of keeping up.
Yeah, and when I thought about it, I spent a lot of time on that carrier fleet, and it's 3 Atlases with 8 Locusts, and then I've got a couple battle cruisers I can run with them and do countermeasures, and it's all right, but it's not like it's going to blow through raids, and I spent 2 to 3 months to build that fleet, and it's just not that good. It's not that competitive at what a level 60 is supposed to do. And so now that base is just kind of fucked.
It is. It gets into that point where you get stuck in that rut, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to progress. And that's what a lot of the problems with player retention in this game are. And and instead of trying to help those players out that are stuck in that rut, they just keep on chucking dirt on them, and it's just not good for business, personally, in my opinion.
Well, it's like almost, like they're trying to weed out the free players. They let you get to this point where it's like, okay, I'm either gonna waste a lot of time just waiting on the very next step, I'm gonna quit, or I'm gonna spend money. You know what I mean? If they quit, the dead weight's gone. If they decide to start spending money, yay, they're spending money. There's not many players that aren't gonna go one way or the other at that point.
Well, let's be honest, because realistically, people who play games like this have got a certain amount of sort of they want to be the best, really, don't they? Or they want to at least compete. They've got a certain level of competitiveness, and if they can't compete at all, if they
they're not going to hang around, are they?
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't seem like driving away free players makes much sense, because these kick size costs are not based on free players, right? Their costs are based on essentially creating content and maintaining the game, and it's maybe not totally independent of the number of players, but
I mean, I don't really want to say this, but we all need farms at the end of the day.
yeah, everybody wants to be able to beat up on somebody. I mean, else it's not fun.
So, if you're putting them off, then they ain't gonna want to play, and they ain't gonna have no farms. Then what's the point? Or there's us lot at the top end who like to beat on each other, but with the cost of everything spiraling out of control, people can't afford to play in the top league, and they need people to beat on too. So sort it out and give everybody an opportunity to get to the top. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Or at least get somewhere.
We're getting some comments in chat, I think, that are pretty similar, right? Got Darren, free players are what makes the game. If there was not farms, who could we hit? Well, yeah.
Exactly. It's all the same. It's, all of the comments are pretty much the same.
Yep.
You've got to give a bit. We're not asking for the world, but you've got to start giving a bit to the players, especially the lower mid-level players, because they're the competitors of the future. And without no future, there ain't no game. So.
Yeah. I mean, I just wonder what Kixeye expects the revenue difference to be from repricing those 24-hour tokens, and how much bad will are they going to get from that? And what if they had done it the other way, right? What if they had dropped the price by 250K and made them 2250?
I mean, it would have been a lot better, because people have gone, they're giving us something, instead of they go, oh well, they've advertised it for this, and now they've upped it to that.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah. Oh, they're a little cheaper now, so maybe I'll try to go ahead and try to do that. I'll try to hit them, instead of, they're more expensive, I'm not even going to try now.
Yeah.
So now it's more expensive than buying the hull and the rocket.
Yep.
So there you go. So what do I get? Do I get the new ship, which is fantastic, and the rocket, or do I get 7 days worth of build tokens for more? Bit of a no-brainer there. If you're going to choose between one or the other,
choose the hull and the weapon. And really, I mean, it's a little funny to say, but a 3-ship fleet with 3 Dragonfires on each, it's going to be about a 75-day build, all kitted up, which, as new top-end fleets go, is lower, right?
Yeah, it's not cheap, but it's lower.
It's lower.
Yeah,
and the repairs lower as well.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction, like Irv said. With the repairs being cheaper, the basic build time being cheaper. I mean, they're actually moving in the right direction, just not taking as big as steps in the right direction as we would like, really. But at least they're going there.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I could say, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or depending on your perspective, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of the opinion it's maybe 1 and 1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think that's pretty much us for tonight. Thank you to everybody who's joined us in chat tonight. Had some good comments in there, some good feedback. If you want to have a look at some of the builds that we're going to come up with, they'll be on the Battle Pirates grid page. So that is facebook.com/Battle Pirates Crib. Our shipbuilder archive. If you press the photos link and then press albums, you get a big album full of albums in there for each ship on the game. So go and check that out. Some really good ship builds in there. They're going to help you out, especially if you're like a mid-level player. Some really good stuff in there. It's going to help you out a lot.
Yep.
Um,
You can head to the blog.
I was just about to say that.
Well, I'll say it this week. bpprof.blogspot.com. I also have a link in the sidebar to all the slides that I show each week, and then the slides have links back to the crib page and to the albums page and all the other good stuff. So head there, check it out.
And don't forget to drop into Huggy Shipyard to get your builds all sorted. Man's amazing. Does a lot of work for the community, so it's good. It's cool. Yeah, I think that's about it, really.
All right.
All we've got to say is so we'll catch you all later, guys. Have a great evening. And for those
Thanks,
of
guys.
you in the US and those of you over here in the UK, have a nice sleep. And we'll see you later.
Good night, everybody.